together. So ready in 3, 2. Greetings, community. It's me, Kevin from 1-2 Comic Talk, and I'd love to introduce Backseat Driver, Mike, Mia, and Kurt, Mr. Mine. How you doing, everybody? Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday indeed.
Friday. Take 2.
What y'all getting into?
All is well. Well, it all right in the sense that what I end up doing is I've been a long, say, as my son put it, I've had some of my old porn comics that I've always been a fan of, and one of which just went on sale as a reprint. So I was able to obtain a copy of that, and I might have to go do something for Mike here, being that I ended up finding out that he didn't get one. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. But yeah, I've always been a fan of the comic book called Cherry Pop Tart.
Let me see. Cherry Pop Tart.
I think I remember you showing those books a while back. The covers look pretty good.
Did you post it in your story?
No.
I lost the sound again. Oh
no!
No!
Uh-oh.
You're gone. Your voice is gone again.
Yeah.
It's showing his mic is muted though this time. I don't know if maybe it's intentional.
I think you might have muted your mic.
I'm
Okay.
Oh, good.
No,
There we
it threw me off for my browser went away. So it decided to mute me.
Oh, so you're just having
weird.
A
this thing is
problem.
I am, and I'm right next to my router, and I'm directly plugged in. So
That's weird.
All right. Well, at least we have.
I'm just gonna try each other.
Right. I mean, I'm not like I'm getting your voice, but it's chopped up. You're coming in, you're breaking up a little.
Yeah, breaking up's hard to do.
The more people we add on, the choppier it gets, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on your signal.
Right.
Yeah, I of late have been, really bad. It's been choppy, so. But I'm glad you guys got to hang out. Mia, I'm happy to announce I'm 4 pavers away from being complete and laying down all the pavers in my backyard, which means all that's left is adding on soil, which I'll make my own vermiculite, perlite, 1 part vermiculite, 1 part perlite, and 3 parts soil.
Right.
And then and that's just for grass.
Oh, nice. Usually,
so when you come over,
yeah.
You're making your yard friendly.
Right now, like I said, this has been. It's taken me 12 years as a promise, 6 years to design, and the backyard has taken me now a little over 2, just under 2.5. Yeah, I'm audio now. Yeah, I had to restart. Just under 2.5 years to complete. So, yeah, this. I'm so excited. I'm. The pathway that I'm laying down and the barbecue pad is a totality of 156 pavers. Each paver I lay down by hand and put everything in by hand this summer, which takes me on average of 45 minutes a paver to do.
Wow. Ooh, that's a lot of work. Well, I mean, hey, you're home. You might as well do it. It's going to be rewarding. And I hope you invite us over to see it.
Hey, I'll drive down there.
Yeah. It's a party. The thing is if we can have a con, or if people need to crash here in between that time period, or since we don't have one, or whatever's going on, most definitely I want to use this as a hub. LAX is just right there. So even for people that need a place just to hang out as an in-between or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
This will be the place.
Well, I ain't flying. I might hop on the train, but I ain't flying. I've been in the garden too the last couple weeks myself.
That's what.
Nice. So we've been working on.
This is the perfect time to garden. I started a vegetable garden.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, awesome.
I built. My roommates, they had a previous raised bed back there, but I extended it up and I built another one. It was a 4x6. So I'm growing like cucumbers, tomatoes. I got a bunch of summer squash that I seeded, and what else? Onions, some marigolds. I want to grow some sunflowers. We talked about getting some bamboo and growing it on the side of our fence, so it can create a barrier. So,
damn, going all out.
Cool.
Now,
That's
bamboo
cool.
can keep wild, so keep that in mind. You know what I mean? It can.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It gets rather gnarly. You know what I mean? I used to live that had it, and it was awesome to have. I used to take pieces off, and you can build stuff with it and do all kinds of cool. And like you say, it's a natural fence.
But bamboo.
But if you don't take care of it,
awesome.
Yeah, I use bamboo to build trellises. So for like the tomato plants and the cucumber plants. So
A friend of mine gave me, he did some bamboo trimming for an old client. The base is this wide. The bamboos are this wide around. And he cut them, and now I have I could make a didgeridoo with it. I mean,
that's crazy.
So he did is he cut them in sections, and I have one that I can make like a tall vase with it, or put succulents in it or whatever, grow something out of it. I could
love that.
There's so many things I could choose to do with it. It's heavy, it's strong. I haven't really decided what to do with them. I just have all these bamboo posts that are huge and thick and just sitting around in my yard.
Yeah.
And you drop them off. I just, it's about where you cut them. You have to cut them so that, how they have the division. So you can use it like a pot. You can even use it to eat with if you clean it right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
somebody
crazy.
else join us?
Sure.
I think I heard another voice.
It was not my phone.
Not yet. But I always hear voices, so that's natural for me.
I hear everything.
I hear voices.
You probably shouldn't use that sentence. Don't you hear the voices?
Yes, I hear the voices.
Exactly.
And somebody's radio back there. So
Now,
anyway,
when either one of you guys do anything in the ground, any one of you guys actually grow anything in ground, like carrots or anything that I mean? Anything you have to pull out.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps.
Right.
Actually,
yeah.
I prefer.
Well, I have a lot of herbs.
Oh, do you?
I have sage, oregano, rosemary, and 2 different kinds of mint.
Nice.
Just growing in the ground, right? But then, and also some chili peppers. But I have these planters. In the planters, I have zucchini and basil, tomatoes, and Swiss chard.
Oh, Swiss chard, yeah.
I love Swiss chard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Swiss
good
chard is
stuff.
awesome. Be careful with that mint because they will take over everything. They'll dominate.
Oh, they already have.
That's another thing. Yeah.
There, yeah. The mint, the mint, and the jasmine, the star jasmine, and the mint are having a fight
Ooh.
Yep.
because the star
Okay.
jasmine and the mint are in the same bed, and so right now they're battling it out. They're trying to figure out who's going to take over the bed. But right, that's what's growing between the star jasmine. So it smells really good. It's a combination of mint and star jasmine coming out of the bed. It smells
Gotcha. I love the battle. That's a battle I love.
good. Yeah.
There can only be one.
Yeah.
I heard strawberries are like that too. If you don't wash strawberries, they'll take over the whole area.
That's cool. They can take over.
Sure.
Although
the wine doesn't rot.
every year we get the mint gets infested with these little tiny moths, and every year the moths attack the mint, and I can tell the caterpillars are eating the mint leaves like crazy. So we're going through this moth season, and don't let them in your house because then they're going to get into your grains. These little tiny moths.
Exactly. Yeah, they've killed my pantry. You know, they've gotten into all the, like you said, all the rice, all the bread, all that stuff. All the macaroni.
Right. You got everything in a really tough plastic jar with a lid, or put it in the refrigerator because they'll get it.
I found that if you just take it, put it in a jar, and then add a little bit of cement, add a little bit of water, and I'm just kidding.
You'll have a science project.
But I can't find carrot seeds for nothing, dude. Like I've been looking for carrot seeds for a minute. But I am trying to seed some beets in terms of like in ground.
Just put the damn carrot in the ground.
Well, no, this is what I was
Just stick the carrot in the ground. It's gonna make more carrots.
Well, for things like that, you can go with things that offer very little resistance. So my recommendation is, remember I was telling you about my part system for just grass? For things that grow out of the ground, I would recommend 1 part perlite, 1 part vermiculite. Make sure that you're wearing a mask and you keep it wet, because that stuff in your lungs is really bad.
That's true.
And then do maybe like 1 to 1.5 parts of soil, so it's really, really loose. And yeah, you'll end up with really big, easy to pull out carrots that will just be massive. And leave all your soil on top, and leave all your vermiculite and perlite and stuff like that essentially on the bottom. As you water, because soil is a heavier product, it'll keep sifting down as a silt.
Yeah, you just want the perlite to help drain the water.
That and it'll allow your carrots and stuff to easily displace that, and you know what I mean. Now, Mike, as far as you can actually do a little bit of vermiculite, a little bit of perlite, do a little peat moss, and then 2 parts of soil. Throw that inside of a bucket or a bag, and then now you can move it around your yard as depending on where the sun falls, and you can move your plants around.
Vermiculite and perlite. We get that. Yeah. I'm growing dragon fruit.
Like a mosquito net to put around your plant. That way moths can't put their babies on there, because caterpillars will grow on your buds, and when you go to harvest your pot, you end up with just a moldy bud to dissipate and go away. So you have to put a mosquito net around it, and that'll get rid of that problem.
I just ordered some. I ordered netting, but it hasn't come in yet. I don't know when it's going to come in. But the locusts are killing my Swiss chard. The locusts and also the locusts are eating everything. They're eating the Swiss chard. They're eating the tomatoes. They're eating everything faster than the caterpillars. And I'm having a problem with the bugs. But
if you grow onions or garlic, that usually keeps them away. That's why I have marigold, because marigold keeps them away as well.
Oh yeah, the slugs and snails love the marigolds. I know that.
I'd rather them eat that than the tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I'll get some marigolds. I started growing dragon fruit.
Nice.
Yes, I have. It's really just a subtropical cactus. So I ordered these. I ordered the cuttings online. So I have the dragon fruit that's red on the outside and white on the center, the white center, yellow with white center, and then red with red center. So I have all 3. They're potted. You can't put them in the sun until they've sprouted at least an extra 1-inch arm. And in the meantime, it has to remain kind of in the shade until it sprouts that, and then they should start bearing fruit. Almost, they can bear fruit even with just 2 arms. So they don't need to grow full size to bear fruit.
Oh, that's
interesting.
Yeah, if that's with cuttings. You know, so a seedling is different. So it's better to grow from a cutting that's already from a mature plant, and then you'll get fruit faster, way faster.
For dragon fruit?
Yeah, dragon fruit.
Okay.
I am so obsessed with dragon fruit. It's so delicious. God, have you guys all tried that? It's so
Not the fruit, but I've had
in Hawaii.
dragon fruit.
Yeah, I tried it when I was in the Philippines.
Yeah, the dragon fruit. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's almost like a cross between a watermelon and a kiwi. If you cut it open inside.
That sounds really good.
It's really, it has the tiny black seeds, but it's super juicy and just, it's sweet.
It's not as bad as watermelon with the seeds, but it's very juicy. Yes.
Yes. I love dragon fruit. Ever since I found out that it came from a cactus, I'm like, fuck that. My whole front yard, I'm a crazy cactus lady. So I have,
Crazy cat.
I have an entire museum of cacti in my front yard, back on the side. Everywhere I could plant anything, there's a cactus. So,
Nice.
there are cacti.
My mom loved cacti, succulents, all that stuff.
I have every kind. I have special ones, common ones, every kind of cactus. They look like sculptures to me. That's why.
Are you in California too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect weather for them then.
Look, yeah, I'm right here in near Culver City.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're LA.
Yeah, she's literally like just a couple of miles from me.
Yeah, I'm like
she's
right off the 10 freeway.
I'm down the I-5
Which
when
is
it
very
switches up to
convenient.
99.
Now, where are you?
Oh.
Now, who's far away here? Who lives far away?
I live
Yeah.
about 2 hours from you guys.
You know. I'm in Oakland. I'm in the Bay Area, so.
Oh, you are far. Woo. Okay,
Yeah.
no, like anybody who is like outside of I'd say more than 3 hours away, you're far.
Hey,
You're more than
yeah.
3 hours drive away.
Let's just say that if I wanted to go party in South Beach, it's only an hour away.
Exactly.
Miami,
Yeah,
south, like the redneck part of Miami.
Unless they were in a Concorde, he still couldn't get here in 3 hours.
Is that still in the United
so-
States?
It's kind of it's little Cuba.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So we have a nice little collection of people here from everywhere.
All over.
All around the country.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing about this community. It's cool that because no matter where you're at, what time it is, people could be eating, waking up, whatever. We're all have this commonality, you know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. One is we all have a drink in our hand, and it doesn't matter what we're drinking. It doesn't matter what we're drinking, as long as we're together.
Trader Joe's has this sparkling watermelon. It's like it's like a new watermelon. I guess it's like a carbonated watermelon drink, whatever. I just use it as a mixer, and I mix it with vodka, and it tastes delicious.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's not too
Question,
sweet.
since I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a goddamn long time. I remember they had that $2 chuck.
Oh, they still do.
They do? Is it still
They still do.
$2? Or is it like $10 chuck?
No, it might be $3. It might be
Okay.
3 by now.
But
But
still
no,
not
it's
as bad as
sweet.
what Diamond charges the local shops.
Yeah, they have. My favorite wine from there is the rosé, the Frida. It's really good. It's not too. It's like a really crisp and dry rosé. It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife's more of a white Zen girl, so she likes to get her white Zinfandel and just kind of hang out.
I heard that.
Which again, now that I got that fire pit, I 2 years ago is when I finally got it completed, as far as the pit. But I didn't have anything else done. This is going to be the year that we can actually kind of go out there and hang out during 4th of July, build a little fire, You know what I mean? Everyone can go out there and just kind of hang out. I don't think we're gonna blow up it because we are allowed to have fireworks here. So I don't know if we're gonna blow things up. My dog isn't doing so good this year. Poor little thing.
I'm sure you could probably just walk out the back door and look up in the sky at about 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow and watch all the fireworks you want.
You could probably hear
Yeah,
them
and,
going up in
and
my.
it does that until like July 5th. It
Man, I'm
keeps
kind of out in
going.
the country, and they're just blowing stuff up everywhere.
Dude,
Yeah.
they've been going for like 2-3 months out here, like nonstop.
The sky
Miami
looks
here,
beautiful where
Miami.
you are. I don't know where he is, but I can see the beautiful blue night sky. Looks pretty.
Getting
Yeah, where are
noise.
you at, Mike?
I am in Bakersfield, California.
It's beautiful
Okay.
over there. I can see the sky. It's nice.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming down, hanging out with us, doing the barbecue thing.
Oh,
Most
good.
definitely. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know my
that's
way to Los Angeles. I know the I-5 pretty good, the 405 pretty good.
And basically, I'm right where the 405 and the 105 meets, Mike.
Oh. Yeah, I want to go and explore some
Oh,
shops down there, man. I don't know nothing about the shops in LA.
Oh,
Kevin,
God.
I wanted to ask you about your how many have you been able to collect more comics for your for what you're about to do?
I haven't. What I did is I went through a little moment, and luckily I had a bunch of cool people support me. So, anyways, what I'm waiting on right now, which I'm is the envelopes to put in my packages, because if I was to send these packages out, holy shit! I mean, they're
Right.
thick. So I found that if you do the legal size priority shipping, it's only $7.75 no matter what you put in there.
Okay, and
So
that's
much-
sort of like the little surprise package that you're creating.
Well, what I
that's
did
so
is
cool.
I did these indie boxes that I'm almost charging. Well, the $7.75, and then it's like a $20 deal. That way, it goes out there. I end up buying stuff from you. I bought stuff from Steve, and I end up getting stuff from. Can't remember who else at the moment, but I got 3 different stuff and then 2 other indie stuff that I threw in there. There's like 7 parallels in there as a gift too. There's like 7 different books in there, and they're
As
almost
soon as
all
you
like
get
trade.
enough books, I want to get an indie box, but I don't want books from people I already have books from.
Sure.
I want to get
Yeah.
I want an indie box of anybody that I don't know already.
Yeah. I if this works out the way it did, as well as it did, I want to do another one, but here I got to tell you. So as far as the industry is concerned, I can't give you all the full-on legal stuff, but what I can tell you is this. I can disclose to the community that the International Theatrical Stage employees are somewhat back to work. What that means is a lot of the production and film industry has gone back because they're considered essential in certain amount of states. States such as California, New York, Florida have been considered essential as far as production is concerned. What that means as far as our content is, yes, those of which that have been going in production are now going in production. Not over 90% of the content that you have heard that is not quote unquote option, but is in, you can hear what's going now, but is in production, is working. As far as I am concerned, being a TV and live performer worker, we are not back yet. We're trying to figure that out. We're thinking we can get back as soon as the end of July or the beginning of August. Things like game shows such as Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal, we're not certain how that's going to work out. But we want to get back to this stuff, which is, as far as storyboards, as far as things that have been quote unquote, again, not necessarily option, but have been put in production, are in the works. So all the backlots, Universal, everything down in your area as far as Culver, and all that backlot stuff is working right now, and it's working under weird circumstances. So it's going to be slower. So all the tentative dates that you've heard before are probably going to get pushed back about another month or so.
Right.
That's what's essentially happening. So as far as even getting a little more to us, conventions, because again, I deal in live entertainment.
Well, Kev, real quick.
There are issues as far as coordinating between federal, state, and local officials on how they're able to conduct opening up these facilities. Some places, certain states, want to go ahead and start allowing, but certain individuals, meaning actual artists and creators, are way tentative. They're liking the fact that they can just go to certain places like CBCS and CGC and do these spot things and doing the signings. And that's what they've been electing to do, as opposed to, or people like Peach Momoko and Mirfo and Andolfo. I'm sorry, Mirka, what they've been doing is they've been setting up satellite places that you in turn send your stuff to, which is near them. And then they go in turn, go there, sign the stuff. They in turn have a representative witness there that sends it off to CGC and they yellow label it from there. That is what's been happening. That is what it looked like will be happening for the next 2 to 3 months to come.
Oh, this is so awful.
I had a question. Since you're involved with production, I just saw that Conan O'Brien just secured a new location to do his setup. And I don't know if they just built something from scratch so that way they could have a production unit, sound, gaffers, everybody available. I don't know what that would look like, and I thought maybe you would have some insight.
Some people have elected to do this, which has been rather smart. I won't point out who, but you can kind of put it to who you want. Some individuals have thought it best to go ahead and almost build a city. You know, kind of think of going back into the early 1900s and how Ford decided, I want to take people, isolate them, and then do a production here. And then now I also get their money because they can't go off site. It's almost the same thing as opposed to thinking of money, as opposed to getting a disease, they're not going off site. So what they're doing is they're building facilities to allow certain individuals to stay for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time and do production, and then they rotate out and have new people come in. And what that allows is individuals, and then they can hand off. And one, they don't have to go through like daily checkup points and see if you're feverish. Two, because you're already on site, you're less likely to get contaminated from off-site personnel and bring it back. And then 3, you can have a continuous form of production, meaning you can do 2, 3 shows in a day, and then go ahead and have that all. You have all that in your vault, and then you just release those as that happened. That's essentially what happened when we first got into the situation, and then we ran out of all content, so they were forced to go ahead and do this live content from home.
Yeah, all the evergreen stuff was probably gone, and now, since news winds up happening minute by minute, if they want to be current and relevant, finding a joke from last year just isn't going to quite land the same way.
No.
Correct. And
That's fine for me. I'm okay watching Jimmy Fallon or whoever's winding up doing the late night shows. SNL, I could probably do without doing this kind of a setup because it's just weird. But one-person shows and interviews, it just works just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you're also finding is a lot of these jokes are falling flat when it comes to individuals relying on audience, you know what I mean, and laugh tracks. So you're actually seeing individuals that rise to the crop and people that are falling flat. And it's been rather entertaining for me as an individual that have always known certain people had talent and certain people don't. And now you're really seeing it when it comes to push comes to shove, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like watching pro wrestling with no audience.
Dude, I know.
That's really weird. It's cringy watching that.
There's a few things
They rely on the audience so much in pro wrestling, it's weird to watch it.
I mean, you knew it was kind of homoerotic to begin with, wrestling. Sorry, folks, it is. But you remove the audience and the howls of the audience. It's just like a step above gay porn.
It's almost like, what's the point? Yeah, without an audience.
No, I agree, and that's weird. It was because it was considered essential at one point that they wanted all that wrestling to come in. But I understand that people want to get working. I really do. You know, and I'm not going to get into all that politics and stuff. You know, that wasn't the idea of me even telling you guys what was going on. It was more of, it was almost a way of saying, hey, I'm going to be stuck with you guys maybe for longer than I initially thought. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's a bad thing because I got no money coming in.
No, but we're all conjuring up creative ways to generate money. You know, creative ways to, you got to start a new hustle. You got to figure out your hustle. You know, I'm doing it. You know, I'm lucky enough to find, you know, side gigs from time to time. You know, I still get painting jobs, but I'm going to Idaho on Monday to paint a mural, and that's a little kind of scary, but we'll see how. Yeah. I'll be on a farm in northern Idaho, and there's like an artsy venue that a friend of mine has got. He purchased, and so he just wants to have some artwork on it, something that celebrates the Native Americans that were there before. You know, we're still figuring out what we want to actually put on the wall, but I'll be there 2 weeks, long enough to put something on there.
Nice.
How are you getting down there? You gonna drive or you actually flying?
I'm flying.
Are you actually flying?
Yeah. I'm flying. I got all these stopovers, a lot of stopovers. I'm not, you know, overly obsessed about catching. I'm not worried about coronavirus. I've already tested for it. I'm negative, and I've been to a couple of protests. So,
same here.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm healthy. I'm extremely healthy. So I'm not. Even if I did get it, I'd probably just catch a little.
My immune system is on point.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna do anything to me. I'm not really scared of it. But I make sure I'm not hanging around anybody who's delicate or at risk.
Yeah.
I don't hang around at risk people. I don't have anybody in my life who is at risk. So I don't even know anybody who's sick. I honestly don't know anybody who got coronavirus personally. So I'm just like, well, it's not close enough to me.
Lady,
you heard it, people. Don't let that coronavirus punk you.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that people are getting it. I just don't know anybody. And I just haven't seen it, you know? And then the other thing is I don't have a television. I've been 5 years no TV. So when you don't have a TV, it's not buzzing in your ear all the time and telling you shit to get you scared.
Who needs a TV when you got a laptop?
Oh yeah, the TV. Yeah. But people, it's easier to walk away from the computer. The TV, when it's running, some people have that thing running hours on end in the house, and the television noise is constantly just going into your ears. So that's the reason I got rid of it.
Right. I'm watching my TV right now.
You ask most of us
this is my
what
TV.
you want, and we'll be saying
I got rid of it. When I got divorced, the TV went with it. And I was happy.
Yeah, take it.
Take that shit.
I was like, please take that TV. I don't need it. So yeah, I just have
internet.
I have an old-fashioned radio and a few instruments.
Nice.
That's about it.
Do you play
The loudest
instrument?
thing I've been working in my backyard. The loudest thing in my backyard is my pond that I built, and I actually cemented it in. Well, I cemented it in the last year, and it's actually loud. You know what I mean? So to me, when I want to sit there and kind of drown out the world, I just go out there and just sit next to the pond and feed the fish.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
What you got in there,
I want to learn.
Sorry, guys. I gotta get going. I've got to be up fairly early tomorrow, so I will see y'all in the next one.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here.
Let me
Absolutely.
see your
Thanks for the
face. I don't even know. Where is he?
I don't show
He's
my
waiting
face.
for
Don't
the
do
face
that.
reveal.
No,
You gotta wait till he
nobody,
gets 1,000.
Put your
nobody
face.
here knows my face.
What do you look like?
Have a good one, everybody.
He's the handsome comic.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Yeah, that's part of the enigma of him is he doesn't let himself be seen.
There's a couple people like that in the community. They'll wait and do a face reveal.
Not
Well,
the guy.
Yeah.
was you or Bubs or someone like that for the longest time would not show his face, and only just recently started showing their face.
Life with two YouTubers. It took her a
Is
long
that
time
right?
before she showed her face.
Sharon
have
didn't
a
show her face for a
conversation
long
without-
time.
You know, you gotta have
Even Catalog,
personal
she
interface.
rarely shows her face.
Yeah. Most people see my face on Instagram, so I can't hide my face on here. Y'all already
Exactly.
see me already.
I use Kai, and that's my bait and switch. I use his sweet looking face, and then I jump on.
Ty, your mini version of yourself.
I call it
The
Texas.
good looking one.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically, I ended up having canceled the interview that I was going to have for tomorrow only because it was 4th of July. But I'm hoping to have,
Oh yeah.
but I'm hoping to have it started up next week. So we'll see how that ends up working out. You know, I'd love to have Johnny Parker on.
Oh,
It'd be an honor to.
cool.
Yeah, it would be an honor to have him on. You know, and I don't know if you guys have heard, but did you hear what about Brandon Easton? He got picked up as full time on the Transformer thing.
Wait, Brandon Easton, what?
He got picked up full time on Transformers, so that's going to debut on I think next Netflix on July 30th.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
So
So he's
after he
writing
did
the episodes for Transformers?
Well, after he did the interview on 1-2 Comic Talk, he went to Japan and did an interview like 2 weeks after, and he had something crazy, like over 1 million people in the chat.
Wow.
1 million.
Wow, that's fantastic.
You imagine
So
trying to keep up with
he's-
that cat,
Well,
Brandon
he's on his
Easton,
way up. And then the same thing with Rodney Barnes. His stuff is going in production, and it looks like he might be working on something else. So it's been an honor to have individuals on here that see what they've been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. So what I'm getting at, I guess, Mia, is I am so looking forward to The Fuck turning into a full ongoing animated series. We're
Yes.
talking seven seasons, and we're gonna
Oh,
have
it's gotta
7
have that.
seasons.
I'm in. I got the last post that I did with the voiceover on the comic pages.
Mhm.
Got such a huge response on that. Even several people said, if you keep posting those regularly, you're gonna blow up. So I'm gonna have to put little segments of my comic book with voiceovers, and always end it with that Too Short song. I end it with that just
Which
the instrumental part of Too Short. And I don't know.
Whistle.
Of course, blow the whistle. Of course that.
I knew it.
Of course that. So yeah, I end every episode. Every time I end the little skit, I end it with blow the whistle. And but next time I'll animate the logo with to the beat.
That would be so awesome.
Yes. So but check it out. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but the last post got a pretty nice response. Really good. So
Okay,
DA _2_FUQ1. Check it out. There's a lot of fun content there, and my original plan was going to create a webtoon and actually,
that would be cool.
Post on webtoons, but everybody and their mama is on webtoon. Like, why can't I just start my webtoon right there on Instagram or use YouTube? I don't necessarily have to use the webtoon platform. That is me. That's with the chick running away on the pink. That's me.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, if you press that little, the last post, that's the one that got the most attention.
I'm following you now.
Follow me. I'll follow you back. That's it.
Followed.
That's it. And then press it.
That's right there. There it is.
Yeah, hit it. You're gonna hear some voiceover and everything.
Oh, there's a voiceover.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it in a second.
Yeah.
Yes. Something stupid. Damn, is that real money? You got toes. For real, those lap dance dollars. Get it, bro. Let's see that dog is nasty.
Yeah.
That's my jam right there.
Of course.
That's outfit, baby.
Yeah, when that song comes on, you know you gotta get up.
Oh no. Dumbass.
And nice.
So it's a comedy. The fuck is, I don't know if you've already checked it out, but it's about the ratchet misadventures of two strippers, Lexi and Pimpsess, who are on a quest for easy money, clout, and getting lit.
Sounds like my life.
And if I end
I'm
up
with you in my 30s.
together for next month, 1-2 Comic Talk Indie Box, there's still, I believe, at least one copy of each one, and issue 2, both are signed by Mia.
Oh snap! All right, give me one of
Yes.
those.
So
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait to get. I can't wait to get back in the. When we get to the comic events, I can't wait to have our banners up and get a table. It's gonna be so fun.
I actually miss going around all the Artist Alley, tables. That was another reason why I wanted to create the Artist Alley thing. Is Kai and he would start at one corner and I would start at another, and we would kind of meet in the middle and then and talk about some of the stuff that we would see, and then go past and then come back and meet each other again and go, all right, what did you see? What did you see? And then we'd individually go through the artists that we want to go ahead and pick up the stuff.
You guys are like a tag team.
Yeah, I miss all that. I really do. He would go, okay, I know I have to wait 3 hours in line over here. And I'd be like, okay, I know I have to wait 2 hours in line over there. And I miss coordinating all that stuff out. I miss talking to you guys. I miss doing those 5-minute little interviews and putting it together and putting it on.
I miss the book signing.
Yeah, I do too.
Man, they're going crazy out there.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July
They
already.
doing it out here.
Well, I live in a Mexican neighborhood, so you know how that is.
My area just got to blowing up. Hey.
That 4th of July started in May over here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yes.
4th of July already
Same
started
over here.
It's
Cinco de
and
Mayo,
they've been
huh?
popping this at 8:00 every night. It's 4th of July every night since May.
Where are they getting all these fireworks?
Well,
Where are they getting the money?
assume- Well, they're practicing.
TJ,
They're practicing. But yeah, it's we get a show every night.
Wow, yeah, there's my area. You know what? And what scares me is some of the stuff they let off is pretty deep and thick. You know what I mean? It's like, oh wow, that's not like you're gonna stick a dynamite.
I swear it's half a stick of
Yeah.
dynamite at least.
They're basically
Professional.
They're
They're
very
letting off
basically-
the real deal. They have these.
Yeah.
The people in my neighborhood have the cannons. They have the real shit. They don't. They're not popping off little boxed fireworks. They're blowing up
Nah.
like the real
Mortar.
shit.
Those
Like-
are the ones they be popping off at the stadium.
Yes, they have
Yeah.
stadium level fireworks in my neighborhood.
Yep.
That's what's
Same
happening.
here.
So
you go in the street and they're literally littered with like boxes of fireworks that got shot off the other night. You know.
where you at? You're in the Bay. You said
I'm in
Bay?
Oakland. I'm in the
You're
Bay
Oakland.
Area.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Yes, I believe it. They have professional grade fireworks, and you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go to a fireworks show. Where I could stand right on my porch and get a fireworks show. I don't have to do shit.
Same here. I open up my window and I can see it, or go out in front of the house.
Look, the 4th of July is definitely not canceled. It's not canceled.
Yeah, no doubt.
They made that clear 2 months ago.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
it's not canceled. Maybe canceled. Oh, I'm sure all those little families, the picnic parks, the events. That's fine. We don't need that anyway. I mean, first of all, that's just less pollution in the air. Anyway. 4th of July canceled.
Which is
My
crazy
wife wanted to say hi.
oh, hello.
Yeah, you know.
Because they'll even because we have a Lake Mary, and they'll even pop them over there by the lake, and the cops just get out the car and just like sit there and watch them pop and fire. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. If they spend their time trying to chase down everybody who's blowing them off, they're just gonna go crazy. Because everybody's
True that.
doing it.
Yeah.
It would be like trying to catch. You can't catch them. As soon as they blow it up, what? If the police come, what are they gonna do? They're gonna continue doing it? Of course they're gonna stop. Go inside. Wait till he's gone.
Yep.
Right. Come back out and light off the rest of the stuff that you spent $1,000 on.
Yeah.
The dogs here don't like it.
No, the dogs don't like it.
no.
The animals don't like it.
No. I mean, these people, man, they blow up stuff and the dogs hate it.
My daddy? There's more noise in here.
Well, that's right now. We're actually just hooking my dog up with some CBD.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I'm telling you,
I'm going to give my dog two Valium and hope it works.
It's like fingers
That'll
crossed.
definitely work.
That CBD will definitely help, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't mind the taste either. So yeah,
You put it in their food, or?
no, she just takes it as little droplets.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, she just looks it right off the little. It must be flavored something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, she likes it. It makes her nice and mellow and nice and comfortable. But hey, you know
I
how
bet.
it's pretty much almost gone. I don't want to leave before Rob gets back. There he is.
Oh, he returned.
Guess who's back?
Hey,
I didn't want to leave without thanking you and appreciating everyone being here.
Oh,
It's
thanks
over.
for playing my little clip.
Yeah,
welcome. Glad to make your acquaintance.
That shit's
yeah, I
funny.
appreciate that too. Rob, Mia, I'm sorry I do it formal, and Mia and Mike, and we'll all do this again, hopefully fairly soon. I appreciate everyone for being here. I got to do my nightly duties. Yes, daily, nightly. I do dishes, I do food, things like that. But I appreciate everyone being here. I hope everyone has a safe and sane. When do you go off? Night before 4th of July, and I hope everyone has a healthy and happy Independence Day.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, it's going off.
It is.
But to everyone, thank you for being here. Everyone in the chat, everyone on the panel, I appreciate you